Oh my god, yum.
Pick up the cameras.
Not real weather.
Good morning, you guys. What is up? Welcome back to another vlog. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Ella. I'm 27 and I can't even speak. This is my first time uttering words this morning. I live in Adelaide. I work part-time as a travel agent and also for myself. I vlog my life with my husband and our 7-month-old Cocker Spaniel, Mabel Moo. And yeah, I do a lot of finance content, budgeting, just like lifestyle stuff really. I've literally just woken up, which is why my hair looks like this. Nick just made me a coffee before he went to cricket training, and I've got my ice roller, trying to wake myself up. It's gonna be a fun day. I mentioned this in my last vlog, but I'm trying to get better about vlogging during the week. I used to be really good with like the weekly vlogs, but for some reason the last like month or so, I haven't really been vlogging my work week. Tuesdays and Thursdays are like my non-work days. Okay. Not really it, is it, love? Tuesdays and Thursdays are my day off of my travel agent jobs. That's when I get all of my social media work done, or try to at least. So I have some editing and emails that I need to do, some invoicing as well today. But I also want to have a bit of fun this afternoon. Sit down and do a bit of a DIY, like Christmassy DIY. I've been meaning to make little ornaments, like personalized little ornaments with my Cricut machine, so that we can have Mabel on the tree, like maybe Mabel's first Christmas, or I don't know, something like that. So we'll do that together. Oh, I've literally just woken up. This is like the most jarring way to wake up. I've woken up to a news.com.au article about me, which I kind of knew was potentially coming. Like they reached out to me, like talking about what they wanted to write, but for some reason I was like, oh yeah, like probably won't happen, or if it does, it's not gonna be for a while. I don't know, I just had the idea, but literally next day. So this is the article. Yeah. I'll maybe have it linked down below if anyone wants to give it a read. It's literally just about my recent TikTok and like our spending and stuff. But it's so weird seeing like things written about yourself. I don't know, there's just something about it that's just so strange to me. But it was a good article, honestly. Like nothing bad was said. It was literally just fact mostly. So yeah, very interesting way to wake up. Literally one of you guys messaged me the link, otherwise I would have no idea what was even up. That's been my morning. But yeah, I'm excited to bring you guys along. It's gonna be a fun next couple of days. One thing I'm really trying to work on is romanticizing everyday life, especially like 9 to 5 life. So when I do have my work days, just really making the most of it rather than just seeing it as a write-off. I think because I have that contrast between going into work, going into office and working for someone else versus the days where I work for myself and I have that like ultimate flexibility for the most part. I think I am very much living for those days and living for the weekend rather than just enjoying my work days too. And I really enjoy my job, but it is a lot more draining, like going into the office, being in a work environment. So I want to start romanticizing those days a little bit more and not kind of just going through the motions, if that makes sense. So I also want to start, not necessarily journaling, I'm not really like a journaly girl, but start writing down 3 things I'm grateful for every single day. This is another thing I've noticed, that I'm really just like starting very deep this vlog. I've really noticed, not that I'm ungrateful, but I'm getting very caught up in like the next thing and the next thing rather than just sitting back and being grateful for what I have and what I have achieved and where I'm at in life. I have my health, I have my family, I have my friends, I have a roof over my head, and especially in this current world, like that is so much to be grateful for. Obviously all of those things go without saying, but just even like the little things, like I'm grateful for Nick making me a cup of coffee today. Do you know what I mean? I think the more gratitude I show for the life I have, the more content I'll feel and less like I feel like I need to be chasing the next thing, if that makes sense. We also have our friends coming over on Saturday. I think I maybe talked about this a couple of vlogs ago. Nick's friends always do, like a couple times a year, they'll do like a special event, usually centered around drinking, but they'll do like a dress up. They call this tour de fridge. So they scoot from house to house in costumes and do like different drinking games between houses. So our house is one of them. I think it's the last stop. Whilst the boys are doing that, the girls are all getting together. I'm gonna have a little cocktail day and we're having it here. So I need to like clean the house and just get the house looking a little bit nicer. It's kind of messy at the moment. The cocktail day is themed, so I'll share the theme with you guys later. It's kind of fun. I'm excited to see what everyone does. But yes, so lots to do. I need to clean, need to do some invoicing, some social media work, and just get our lives together. I'm excited to bring you guys along. Cheers. Happy Thursday. Oh my gosh, I look certifiably insane. I can't stop looking at myself in the viewfinder. I'm wearing a 1 hour express tan and I've had it on all night, so whoops. I didn't vlog anything other than the intro yesterday. I ended up feeling like so, I don't want to say sick because I'm not putting that energy out there, but like a bit run down. And so I just worked from bed for most of yesterday, and then I've been working from home today because I woke up with a sore throat, and I feel like everyone I know has COVID right now. Like my in-laws have it, my dad's not very well at the moment, so I feel like it's really going around and I don't want to be the one to like spread it around the office. So I'm working from home today, marinating my tan from last night. It was meant to be a 1 hour express and here I am like 9 hours later, so love that for me. It's probably not this is gonna end up being shocking, but I just need a little pick me up, something to boost my, I was gonna say boost my confidence, but this is just making me question everything. I'm excited to wash this off. I'm gonna do that on my break and yeah, have ourselves a day. Really trying to romanticize the work day today. I do enjoy working from home. It's nice being in the office, especially on Fridays. I feel like it's like good vibes. So I'm kind of missing my team. But I would hate to get anyone sick. I've already worked for a couple of hours and I'm starting to feel a little bit better, which is good, not worse, which is the main thing. Tonight I have plans with my best friend Olivia. We're going to go out for dinner at 7:30. Then Nick is joining us. We're going to go watch the new Hunger Games movie, the three of us, which will be very sweet and wholesome. I've had myself some leftover stir fry that I made at like 9 o'clock last night because I didn't feel like cooking all day. Like I wasn't really hungry, and then it got to 9 o'clock and I was like, I will thank myself later if I do this. So I have leftovers today. Lovely. Still haven't washed off the fake tan. I'm just absolutely rotting today, but I'm about to log back on to work from my lunch break. What do I have to do for the rest of this afternoon? Let's look at my calendar. I don't think I have any appointments at all. It's been kind of like a little bit quieter the last few weeks. I have a New Zealand quote that I'm working on, a couple of small group tours, and a Tasmania quote, which I love doing Tasmania because I went there like the most recently, or I guess I went to Cairns most recently. I just love doing anything that I've done before. Like I've actually personally been there because I feel like I can really give genuine recommendations. Not that the recommendations I give for places I haven't been aren't genuine, like they're either from colleagues or using the resources we have, but I feel like I can just speak so much more confidently about a place when I've personally been there. I guess it's like the same for anything really. So I'm gonna do that. That'll take up most of this afternoon. Gonna be on green so I can take calls when they come through. It's just been like a little bit quiet. I guess it's like that time of year. So yeah, what is that orange thing? Oh, my scrub daddy. Also, update on the artwork. Haven't actually moved it yet. Hopefully we will before tomorrow because I want it to be like at a good height. I had such mixed feedback from you guys and I think it's actually confused me even more. I would say majority agreed with me that it should be higher and a little bit more spaced out. Then I had some people say that this is an appropriate height with like the dining table and just like general viewing. And then I'm like, oh my God, is this right? Like, do I want to move this? I don't know. I really don't know what to do. I'm at a loss. I thought me asking for opinions would help clarify. I thought there would be a general consensus on what to do with our work, but it's actually confused me more than it probably should have. So updates to come on what we decide to do. I think we will. Nick thinks it should go up a bit higher. I'm gonna agree with him and we'll see what looks best. At least I have these like vlog clips to look back on and be like, oh, I actually preferred it when it was a little bit lower. So we're gonna try putting it up a bit higher, but I'm loving it. Like, look at this backdrop. This is not beautiful, stunning, gorgeous. Anyway, back to work. I'm gonna call a supplier before I log onto the phone so I can just smash out this New Zealand quote. Also, if you're wondering what you're balanced on, this bad boy, look at all this alcohol that's surrounding me. It's like a fort of alcohol. This is for all the boys and their games tomorrow. I'm done with work for the day. I've just logged off. I'm gonna tidy up my work area and put all this stuff away. And also in the living area, we have a bunch of Christmas stuff. Just like a bunch of stuff everywhere, to be honest. The house is looking really messy at the moment. I also need to empty the dishwasher because it's clean, and then I can put the rest of the stuff away. I have all my ingredients ready to make my dish tomorrow. I don't think I'll have time to do it tonight, so I'll probably do it tomorrow morning before the girls come over. Time before I need to start getting ready. I thought I'd sit down. I've got the Yule log going in the background. This is consistently on all of November and December. I don't know what it is about a fake fireplace. It just puts me in the most festive mood, and I feel physically warm whenever I look at it. Like, I know it's not emitting any heat, but I feel physically warm and really in the festive spirit. But yeah, I have about 45 minutes to an hour before I need to start getting ready. I could continue cleaning and baking and just getting the house ready before tomorrow, but I just felt like doing something for me. So that's what we're doing. I've popped out the Cricut Joy. We're gonna do some Christmas crafting. Just something for me. This is all in the spirit of me trying to romanticize 9-to-5 life. Hello, people moo moo. Look at you. Yeah, the old me would probably just continue going until dinner and then be exhausted. But instead, I'm gonna sit down and do something for me. So I've got my Cricut Joy out, your DIY best friend, and they're not lying. Big thank you to Cricut for sponsoring this portion of the vlog. This is probably like my 3rd or 4th time working with them on my channel, and it's always such a pleasure. I swear by my Cricut. I honestly could not have gotten through the engagement and wedding planning process without my Cricut machine. I use it for so many different things, like our bridesmaids proposal boxes, different signage, like our bar sign, our name place cards. I DIY'd all of those. There's so many things I look back on. I could have totally used my Cricut machine to do that. I feel like I'm constantly learning different ways to use this. Pinterest is really good for that, for different ideas. The one I have is, yeah, the Cricut Joy, which is the smaller and more compact version, which is perfect for times like this where I have a spare hour or so and I want something that's easy to set up and pack down. I think that's probably one of the biggest things that deters me from anything crafty. It's just like the idea of setting up and packing down. Like, it just does not appeal to me. It just seems like too much effort. So it's moments like this where I love my Cricut Joy with just how small it is, especially if you're living in a place where storage is an issue. So I'm gonna set this up. It's so easy to use. It's all buttonless and everything is controlled through the Cricut design app, and it's all Bluetooth. So I can design and cut from my phone. Even though this one is the smaller model, which I've used the Cricut Maker in the past. My friend Brianna is actually using that because she's a teacher and she's also a soon-to-be bride. The Cricut Joy is just the smaller, more compact version, but it still packs a punch. It's like small and mighty. It still cuts anything from like vinyl to iron-on, cardstock, a bunch of different specialty materials. I've got these little DIY ceramic ornaments that I picked up from Kmart. They're in the shape of bones. Obviously you could like paint on these or draw on them, but I thought it'd be fun to do a little vinyl decal. I want something on the tree that says Mabel's first Christmas. Call me extra, but that's me. And then I have a bunch of these clear like acrylic glasses from Target. And I thought it'd be fun to decorate a couple. I don't know what I'm gonna do on them, something fun and festive. 'Tis the season, or maybe I'll do that, 'tis the season. That could be kind of cute, we'll see. Yeah. I'm just gonna sit here, a nice mindless, relaxing activity, especially after a busy work week. And we're gonna get crafting. Also, I should probably mention where you guys can get this. The Cricut Joy. I would not be doing my job if I didn't let you know where you can buy this. So in Australia, the Cricut Joy is available at Spotlight, Big W, Harvey Norman, and JB Hi-Fi. And if you live in New Zealand, it's available at Spotlight and Warehouse Stationery. Let's get crafting, shall we? Okay, I have chosen my design. I'm just gonna select my material. I'm using this pretty gold color because I thought it would go nicely with our tree. This is smart vinyl. This is the permanent one. It's smart because you don't need a mat to use it, which is super cool. And then we're just gonna press go and let it do its thing. Rise and shine, you guys, it is Saturday morning. It is almost 8 o'clock. I've just had my coffee and I'm feeling invigorated. You know those mornings you wake up and you're like, I just have no idea how I'm gonna get it all done today. That is me. I feel like I have so much to do before the girls arrive. I have literally time blocked my morning to the minute because I have so much that I still need to do. I'm feeling so much better this morning, which is sensational. I had such a fun night as well with my best friend Olivia. We went to Polk, which is this really cute like Asian inspired restaurant in Glenelg, or like just outside of Glenelg, and then we went and saw the new Hunger Games movie, which was really good. I'm a big Hunger Games fan. I don't want to say I was an OG, but I kind of was. I think I was on the first wave of like the Hunger Games fandom back in the day. I read the book when it was first released in Australia because I was really into booktube at the time, and I remember all these like US people talking about this new book, and so when it was released in Australia I bought it straight away, and I remember telling all my friends like, you have to read this book, it's so good. And that was when I was 12, and now I am 27, so 15 years ago. Jesus bloody Christ. And obviously I've read the other book when it was released a few years ago. I'd kind of forgotten what happened in it. Like I remembered the main plot points, but there was a lot of little details that kind of popped up throughout the movie and I was like, oh yes, I remember that. It was really good. It was a long movie. It didn't feel like a long movie. Like I wasn't sitting there and being like, oh, get me out of here. Like it was very action packed. There wasn't really a lull at any point. Like it felt like an appropriate length. The only reason I knew it was a long movie is because I was starting to get tired because it was like 11:30 at night. I was like, this is past my bedtime. But yeah, it was really good. Nick's just left for cricket, so it's me holding down the fort. I need to make this coconut ice really bad. I don't think I told you guys yet what our cocktail day theme is. Last year we did Christmas cocktails, I think, if I remember correctly. Honestly, I feel like this time of year between November and December, I am in a cocktail coma. Literally. My family and I do a cocktail day. Me and my friends usually do at least one, if not two cocktail days. Like it's a lot of cocktails, and I don't really drink them the rest of the time unless I'm going out for like a nice meal. This like 2-month period, I feel like it's just cocktails galore. Anyway, this year our theme is colors. So we've all picked a color. Mine's pink, and we have to dress in that color, make a cocktail in that color, and bring a dish. Ow! Funny boat. I've got a pink dress, pink cocktail, easy. I'm just making a cosmopolitan. Food, a little bit hard, a little bit tricky. I'm gonna attempt to make coconut ice because you can make that pink. That was like one of the first things that came to my mind. And Nick's mum has a really good recipe. She couldn't remember it. You know those recipes that you just have in your head? But I found something similar on taste.com.au. So I'm just gonna follow that and hope for the best. It says it only needs 3 hours to set, so fingers crossed. Can someone tell me what this is? Like I've literally never heard of cream of tartar. Like I'm so confused. Is it like baking powder? I feel like I'm doing something wrong here. This does not feel right. Oh, it said sift. Wow. I always think sifting doesn't do a thing, and then I see it after and I'm like, wow. Look at that. It's like snow. Gets all the lumps and bumps out. My 1/4 teaspoon broke. I'm just gonna do half a teaspoon. Oh, I think I was meant to sift that. You know what? You get what you get and you don't make a fuss. Okay, this is what our mixture or our dough is looking like. I don't know if it's meant to look like this because I've never made this. So, I mean, I had a little nibble and it tastes like how it should taste. Very coconutty, very sweet. But this just doesn't look right to me. I'm going to divide this up into 2 and dye one side pink with this pink food coloring. And then the bottom layer will be plain.
Hydrated. There's no gas stations around.
Against all odds, I'm ready. I'm wearing this cute little dress from Target. It's like one size too big, so it's kind of falling down on the arms, but so cute, nice and flowy, little summer dress. Perfect for today, being pink, but also something that I'll wear throughout summer. And look, he's also just in pink. Nick's mum bought this for Mabel, like when she was a puppy, and it was like 5 sizes too big when we first got her, but now it actually fits. Now we match. Yay! Also, if you want to get your butt into gear and clean your house like you never have before, just host. Our house has probably never looked better. It's feeling very Christmassy in here. I love it. I'm like exhausted. I feel like I've just been cleaning for the last 12 hours. Still haven't moved those prints. That's a job for another day. We've got the table set up for the girlies. I think we're a man down, so it'll just be 5 of us, but looking good. Hi. I think Mabel's confused.
Gosh, those look stunning.
Oh my god, you could drink so much of that. It just
Oh my god, yum.
And you get like the hint of the coconut together.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good. I'd get wasted on that.
Have you got more stuff so we can
Pick up the cameras.
Hey. Hello, team. Hello, ladies. Hello, Mabel. The most important.
We watched that movie last night.
I'm wearing a funny hat. I get it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a bit better.
Yeah.
No more hats. No more barks. It's okay, darling.
Whoa!
Wait, did everyone not get here?
I was gonna say, why are they all so spacey?
No way!
Hey, mate.
Nice of you to join us.
Whoa, you're so cool. Hey, Jonathan.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh my god, Connor.
Surprise?
Connor looks
It's so
incredible. Who is that? Oh my god.
Here comes the pimp.
Seriously, Connor, we need you.
Anyway, we made it. Yeah. Not real leather. Not real leather. Dad wanted this back.
Alright, everyone listen to Mo, guys, we've prepared a song that we practice with Johans. Well, you done me and you bet I felt it. I tried to beat you, but you're so hot that I melted. I fell right through the cracks. Now I'm trying to get back.
So cute. We're all captivated.
So adorable. Look at them.
Do you have anything to say about your win today?
Easy win. Never in doubt.
Anything about your win today?
I'm the best there is. Okay. I'm the best there is.
Would you like to add anything?
I don't know, like we were like a team effort. We just stuck to our guns. We knew it was a marathon, not a sprint. We just went out there, stuck to it, head down over the ball all day, and when it was our time, we took it, and that's what they didn't do, and that's what we did.
Do you have anything that you'd like to say about your win today?
Oh, it's been a great win. We started really poorly, but the team always held in there. And we came back and we made it count when it mattered.
As is tradition, the parents have voted for best dress, and best dress this year has gone to Team Farrell, with specific mention of the elf, Edward.
Yeah, we're
I'm so nervous. Okay, thank God. Ooh. Now that we're alone, oh my goodness. Okay, I think Ash's cocktail changed my life for the better. And I never am gonna drink anything other than fresh squeezed orange juice again. And otherwise everyone did well, but I know that's kind of boring to say because I feel like it's such a lame excuse. Mine was the worst because I'm boring and I did a purple gin and tonic. I feel like everyone just had fun. But if I had to say one thing for the best, it'd be that Ash won by a landslide. Ash's cocktail, definitely. But everyone else is winners. Love you all, bye.
Hello. Oh, this is so terrifying. I don't know how Ella does this all the time. Am I looking at myself or at the camera? Look at the camera. Hi, my name is Pip, and I was green, which you can like sort of tell, although admittedly the boys have been rubbing it in that it's also a lot of pink and orange, but clearly it's mostly green, right? I'm voting for Ashley's cocktail because she hand squeezed the orange juice and it like really hurt her wrist and shoulder, and I really admire the dedication. and also it was really, really yummy. Anyway, bye.
Okay guys, it's me. It's me, a few cockies deep, a few cocks deep. My name is Ella. I'm pink today. And my favorite cocktail was, honestly, it was hard. It was really hard. I enjoyed them all. Probably orange was a standout, and I feel like everyone's gonna say this. So watch this space. Freshly squeezed orange. It's just a love and care that went in to that cocktail. Honorable mention to the green slice. Honestly, all of them are good. Am I gonna use any of this footage? Probably not. Anyway, bye. Ooh.
Hello. So my name's Ashley. My color is orange. My cocktail was coconut tequila. So I had coconut tequila, I had like a honey syrup, freshly squeezed orange juice. Let's just say that that was a bit of a workout. And then I also had some orange soda, and it was quite tasty. But my favorite cocktail out of all the girls was the green cocktail, and I just liked that I got a special ice cream treat with it. So that was my favorite, but it was really hard to pick because they were all fucking tasty. Okay, bye. Okay, so I was blue, and my favorite was Ashley's, the orange cocktail. It was delicious, so that was my favorite. Okay.
Okay.
I said my favorite one and why. I didn't say what was in mine.
Oh my god! Behind the scenes! We were so nervous!
I didn't say. I can't see it. I'm Riley and I'm purple.
I've been working on myself. I really try my best to change, but sometimes even love will fade. Right? Maybe we should stay in bed, pretend that everything's the same, just a little play pretend. Right? But baby, we're changing. We can't really help it. We might just enjoy it now. We said forever, whatever means now.
Good morning, you guys, and happy Sunday. I had so much fun yesterday with the gals. Very successful cocktail day. I don't know how much footage I got. I was vlogging a lot on my phone for TikTok. I made a little TikTok Instagram reel this morning. Yeah, it was just really fun. It's moments like this where I like come together with a group of other women where I'm like, I love being a woman. You know that TikTok sound? Like, I love being a woman. That's really how I felt yesterday. The house, this part of the house looks sensational. Like, you wouldn't even know that the house is a mess right now. We did a quick little once over when we woke up, and then took Mabel for a walk, but we need to clean up the rest this afternoon. So that's our task, and then going over to my parents' house for Sunday night dinner as per usual. I've just been doom scrolling on TikTok trying to avoid the Sunday scaries. I feel like if anything I've probably been perpetuating them. I feel like very zen though today actually. Like TikTok doom scrolling aside, I feel like feeling good. Feeling very content and relaxed, which is a nice way to be going into the work week. Our house is messy. It's not that bad honestly, considering there was like 20-ish people here. It's actually not too bad. It shouldn't take too long to clean, and just give the floors a once over and we're good to go. At least it's like nice and organized from all of the cleaning I did yesterday morning. Mabel, poor thing, is so tired today. She is the kind of dog that just needs to be involved constantly, and she's like attached at the hip. Truly a Velcro dog. So yesterday, because I was moving from room to room, like cleaning and grabbing something, she was like constantly following me, so she didn't settle because I wasn't settling. And then obviously, like when a bunch of people were here, she was interested in what they were doing. So she had a very fun and eventful day. We actually didn't even take her for a walk. We usually take her for at least one, if not 2 or 3 walks a day. She just didn't need it. You're mentally stimulated in so many other ways. Do you want to say hi? Good morning, Chiquiti. She's such a good girl, honestly, like the light of my life. Such a fan fave with our friends. But yeah, we had a blast. The coconut ice turned out really, really good. I would definitely be making that again. The cocktail, my Cosmopolitan, not so much. I've never made a Cosmopolitan before. I continuously order them. That's like my go-to order if I feel like a cocktail but nothing is really taking my fancy on the menu. Like guaranteed there'll be a Cosmopolitan and I'll order that just because I feel like it's a classic, like easy drinkable. You can't really go wrong with a Cosmopolitan unless I'm making it, of course, because I just feel like it did not taste how it should have. I thought I was following the recipe to a T, probably not, to be honest. At that point I was like 4 cocktails deep. Ashley's was incredible. I need to actually watch back on the footage and see what everyone voted for. I'm almost 100% sure everyone would have voted for hers. All of them were really good though, to be honest. I feel like we had a really good selection of different cocktails, and then of course once we'd done our 5 we went a little crazy mixing potions. I don't even know what I ended up drinking by the end of the night, but yeah, it was really fun. I love vlogging little clips and little moments like this. I feel like I don't vlog a lot of my friends or like social events, but I really want to more. I think it's fun to look back on. Like I used to do it a lot more when I was younger, like in high school and stuff, because I would see my friends all the time. Now, like when I do hang out with my different friendship groups, like the time is so precious, like I don't see them all that often, so my first instinct isn't to like whip out my camera and vlog it, but I wish I would more. Do you know what I mean? I think it's also interesting from like a viewer perspective to see that side of someone's life. Like I really enjoy watching that. I don't know, you guys will have to let me know what you think. I just feel like I have such cool, amazing people in my life. Like I want to share more of them, obviously if they want to be in the vlogs. Also, craziest message I got this morning from one of you guys. I think her name was Leah. She is from Canada. She said she's been watching my channel since like the very beginning, so shout out Leah if you're watching this. I hope she doesn't mind me sharing, but she messaged me saying that she knows Riley, which if you didn't pick up already, Riley in the purple is Canadian. She's dating one of Nick's best friends, and she knows that like one of you guys knows Riley from Canada and she's in Australia. Like that to me is just so crazy. Like what a small world. Just felt like sharing that with you all. Here's a little after of the state of our house. It's actually not that bad, honestly. We just have glasses to clean up, things to put away, clean the counters down. All the rubbish is gone. Clean up outside. It really shouldn't take too long. And look at this little chicken. Oh my gosh, is that not the cutest thing you've ever seen with her little Sully? Oh my god, Maple Moo. You're literally the love of my life. I'm gonna do some journaling with my new journal. One of you guys sent me this, Ali. This is her Instagram. If you guys want to check it out. She was nice enough to send me this journal that she's actually made, which is super cool. It's kind of like a hybrid between a habit tracker, like goal setting, and then different journal prompts. She said that she made it because she's struggled with her mental health, and you guys know I'm trying to practice more mindfulness and writing down my 3 gratefuls for the day just to like get some perspective. I have found myself recently just getting caught up in like the next thing and the next thing, and I think it's good to have goals, and I think it's good to have a vision. Like my life wouldn't be where it is right now without having goals, but kind of getting too caught up in the future and what other people are doing rather than just sitting back and being content with where I'm at as well. So this is really cool. I am not a big journaler, but something like this I think will be really helpful because it's actually got journal prompts. So like one of them is, how do you show compassion to others? How can you extend that same compassion to yourself? I love that. Things that I would never even think about. Sometimes when you stare at a blank notebook, you're like, what do I say? So I'm gonna sit here. She also gave me the sweetest little like goodie pouch and some gold collagen like under eye mask. I'm gonna pop these in the fridge and use them later because Lord knows I need it. That's so sweet. Thank you so much, Ali, if you're watching this.